This video is about building a portable ice-cold shower machine. I built one of these years ago and installed it in my crawl space, and it's working great. Unfortunately, it's a built-in, so if you live in an apartment, you're out of luck if you want to do what I do, which is week 7 forever. And that's basically I take an ice-cold shower every day. So how do we do the portable one? Well, first of all, let's look at the basic problem. You start off with this water supply that's not cold, so you got to run it through a heat exchanger. And a heat exchanger means it never mixes. But then you have this small matter of plumbing that you need to take care of. So this video, I'm going to go through a quick intro, and this is going to be the first of many. This one is going to be just folding the pond liner of the size of the dorm fridge. And at the end, we're going to talk about parts. But this is the general gist of it. Basically, you're going to run your cold water through the heat exchanger. And so when you press the button on the shower handle, it's going to be going through the heat exchanger. And this is the one I'm going to be building. It's got a temperature control knob, which yours probably won't have. Yours will be a little bit simpler. So anyway, this video is about folding the pond liner. It sounds like a pretty basic thing. I've already cut the door. It's just plastic. You can cut it with a Dremel or any kind of a saw. It's very soft plastic, so you could just use a knife or whatever you have. And this is the dorm fridge, and I've already modified it. This was my fermentation fridge for brewing beer, and but in order to do the get the pond liner up as high as I could, I wanted to move the controls up. And this stuff is really soft. You can just poke a hole in it and use those little prongs and tuck the wires behind there. Just getting it up, just getting you really want as much volume as you can in your dorm fridge so that so the cold water lasts the longest amount of time. So then I took some measurements here, and what we're going to do is we're going to make a cardboard box the right size so that we can form the pond liner. That's all we're going to do today is just make a box and fold the pond liner over the box. So this is the box that I made. Just cut it and fold it and taped it. It doesn't have to be too perfect. It just has to be roughly the right size because the pond liner is going to go where it's going to go, but it's nice to have it folded and when you fill it with water, it'll go out to the edge. So this is the pond liner I got. It's 7 feet by 10, and it's the small one. And I measured over the top from one extreme to the other, and it came out to be 5 feet. And that's one dimension. And the other dimension, 90 degrees from that, is just over 5 feet. So we're basically going to have I'm going to cut a 6 foot by 6'3" square, and I'm going to fold over the edge. But right now I'm just cutting it on the 6 foot mark. We're going to fold over 6 inches on each side, and that'll make for our 5 foot dimension. And so this extra scrap actually makes pretty good grill cover. I did it with my old one. You can tell it's pretty old. I took my old scrap and made it grill cover. Anyway, I'm going to fold over this on all sides, or actually 3 sides to start with, because I didn't cut the final side to dimension. But I've got 3 sides folded over with 6 inches, and this just makes it a little bit more. Once you get the thing in place, if it's low or something like that, you can just fold it up a little bit. But I think this will probably be pretty accurate. So I'm just folding it like like a paper bag, and this is the side that I didn't cut to length. So I'm going to cut that now. Just get it again for a 6-inch overlap. So cutting off just a strip there. So now we've got the 90-degree box side ready to fold up. And this is the 90-degree box side with the one side folded, and this is the other side folded. And again, this tape is not going to hold. It's just going to, as soon as it fills up with water, this tape is just going to pop. But at least while I'm filling it up, it'll be roughly in the right position. And so I took the box with the liner on it and stuck it back in the fridge, and it looks like it's going to work. So this is the project for the day. It looks like it's step one of getting the pond liner in place is done. So the appendix to this is going to be the parts that I ordered, and I ordered these parts in 2020. It was sitting in the box for a lot of years. So I've still got the bin. I've got all the parts that I ordered. And there's the mixing valve I was telling you about. That's a custom part that you can't buy necessarily. You might be able to find something like it, but it's not the normal mixing valve with hot water. It's a cold water mixing valve. Anyway, here's my parts, and here's when I bought them and what they cost at the time. Got my pond liner and my shower head and the hoses that are going to connect up, and then a whole bunch of parts that I needed to connect up the heat exchanger, and then of course the heat exchanger itself. So this is the gist of what we're going for. And next time around, we'll be adding the heat exchanger to the dorm fridge.